All right, we're finally here. Welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Joining us tonight again is Katy. How are you doing?
I'm good yourself. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, you were here about a month ago?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, remind us, what were you here for last time?
Originally, it's like addiction, similar to that sort of thing,
Okay.
drinking and things like that. So. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And how have you been since the last time you were here?
I definitely felt enlightened by the last time we met. I think it was definitely helpful for me as far as the drinking, and it pushed me in a really good direction. I think that the only underlying thing is some depression that's kind of lingering, but other than that, I felt very enlightened with working with you, and I definitely felt.
So how did you feel right afterwards when you were home after the session?
I felt amazing. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I really did. I mean, I naturally things wear off, or whatever, but like I definitely felt great about not needing so much to rely on substances.
Right.
But I still feel isolated with my regular life, like everybody does, So
How is what you mean by that?
I mean, I don't know if it's just my third shift that I do, my job, like if it's just that.
What's the third shift?
Like
just to tell us, for the people that were.
Well, I work from like 11 to 7 in the morning, and like that's like a lot of people can relate to that. Some people love it. But I feel very isolated, and I think that sometimes I wake up just feeling super depressed, with or without the ideas of drinking or smoking. I still feel really depressed, and so it's like, I felt very empowered and very enlightened by our last meeting, but I still feel like whether without the addiction to drinking, I still feel that, the isolation, which can be a lot sometimes.
What do you mean by depressed?
I think, I don't know if it's loneliness or just like, I mean, it's a little of everything. I feel a little bit hopeless. I feel like, no matter what, I could have money, I could have this, I could have that, I could have a better job coming, and I don't feel motivated to do anything. I don't want to do anything. Like sometimes I want to pick up the bottle again just because it's something to do.
Okay.
It's almost like that could be a friend of mine, to have a cigarette, to have this or that. Rather than seeing, the beauty of life, I feel like life's lost its meaning a lot sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel when those thoughts comes to you?
I feel like I either go to sleep and try to sleep it off, or I try to walk it off.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'll go out and have a cigarette because I still do that. I still have my vices. But nothing really seems to get rid of it. Like I still wake up and feel depressed no matter what, and it's been like that recently.
What is the sensation of what you mean by depression?
I wake up and I feel so sad. I can't even. It's hard to say. Like I just feel sad. I feel alone. I feel even though I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends. It doesn't seem to matter.
Right.
I just wake up and I feel like life has lost its meaning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many times do you? So you work quite a lot too, right?
Yeah, I do work all the time.
And when you're working, what kind of thoughts goes through your mind?
When I'm working, I just can't wait to get it over with and hopefully get some rest. Of course, that's another thing. I mean, a lot of people I know, some people love third shift, and it's not even just the shift, it's everything, but I know the third shift doesn't help. Oh, yeah. They also say it's not natural, for your body to,
Is it only third shift you work?
I used to work first shift all the time. Now I'm third shift. I definitely feel like that's made me a vampire,
Well, as far as I know, I don't know how you do it. Mm-hmm. Your philosophy at where you work, but when I was working shift, they make sure that it's rotating, so it's not just so you get like more sunlight, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. I mean, I always wonder to myself, well, if I get a regular schedule, is that going to make it any better? I honestly don't know. I just know.
Do you sleep during the day then?
Yeah, I try, but it's broken sleep, Right. And I don't know if it's just the schedule. I feel like my life has changed a lot since like years ago, where I was in a relationship that didn't work out so well. So maybe that's contributing also. to hopefully still continue to try to move on from my past.
Oh,
Maybe that could be an underlying thing that I haven't done yet.
How long have you been working your third shift?
My third shift? About a year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same time last year, do you feel different than how you feel? I think just in terms of the loneliness and the depression.
I think it's a good thing you ask. I know I went through a lot of stuff, which everybody does. You know, it's not like a pity party. It's more like, you know, just a lot of things went down for me. A lot of things happened, which is, you know, has also been very difficult. You know, I've cut ties with a lot of people, but I also felt like they were very toxic in themselves, whether or not they think so or agree, or if they think I'm wrong. Right. I felt like I was gaslighted many times. I felt like a lot of times I could own up to my faults, but nobody else could ever own up to theirs. So that
what
also
do you mean
makes
by
me
that?
like, I just feel like I was always apologizing, and I felt like a lot of people were never sorry in return for the things they did, you know. So, and I can't get too into depth about it, but I just feel like that's caused a lot of isolation. Where I still have friends, I still have people I love, but I've cut a lot of ties, which is hard for me. You know what I mean? It hurts because you have to move on. You know, you got to move on with your life, and I mean, I'm growing. I'm growing to meet much better people now who have my best interest. Right. And I see that, and they love me, and I totally am grateful for it. But I'm not over my past. I'm not over the pain and the anguish. And I wonder to myself, why can't I get over this? Why am I still waking up feeling this way? I don't know if it's my schedule or the isolation itself, or maybe it's all of the above. You know.
Do you feel that you can? Do you find it difficult to trust people?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
Definitely. Do you think what happened in your past sort of like, it's like casting a shadow on how much you can trust somebody?
Yeah, most definitely. Absolutely. And I mean, I still know there's good spirits, especially in my life and the people I've been lucky to meet in the future. But like that dark side still lingers, you know. It's a lot of times when it's by myself. Usually, I feel stuck in the past. That's really what it is. It's not that I can't develop new relationships with these people that I'm happy to be involved with now. I'm so used to the way it used to be that I feel like I want to gravitate towards my past instead of moving on to the future. You know, that's how I feel about that. So.
And just going back to loneliness, right? Like you still have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And do you feel hard to open up to them?
A lot of times, yeah, because I'm usually to myself, and I'm sleeping all day too. So like, and I work a lot. Yeah. So sometimes they always ask me, "Why haven't you called? Why haven't you?" Because I'm working all the time. I'm sleeping all day. You know, so that can be tough too. You know, I can't really open up to them as much.
And do you find it harder to let them into your life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of what happened.
Mainly because of and that and the schedule.
Like when you talk to them, do you sometimes like pause to stop yourself? Because it's kind of like a reflection. Yeah. Like a reflex, like when you touch something hot, you move your hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
That kind of reflection.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And I can see. Well, I've talked to Katy a few times before, so like, you know, this is not like brand new news to me. So, you know, if you're a therapist watching this, that's how I know. So, do you think that once you're able to, well, you have already moved on from your past. You like, but like, it's a gradient, right? Like, do you think that if you can let go more of your past, you'll have more of your energy to invest in friendship?
Absolutely. Definitely is a huge problem. I have a hard time letting go. You know, whether or not it was good or bad, but most of it was bad. I still have a hard time letting go of things. Always did. I don't know why. You know,
and do you feel that subconsciously you pick this lifestyle so you can have less interaction?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, like it's like a broken record or something. You know.
Like if you work like a regular shift, then you will have more interaction with people, right?
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that.
If you work the graveyard, you barely see any
I'm
faces.
less likely to see people.
I don't have to talk to somebody.
I felt I felt enjoyed by solitude.
Right.
But now that it's been a while,
right,
I'm starting to feel the downside effects of it. Yeah, right. And definitely it's starting to to hit me in a way that a lot of people I pushed away. I hate to say it, but I think they were very toxic. I don't think I'm not saying I was any better, but it's just a lot of bad situations that I haven't let go of. That I just need to let go, which is hard to do. So that's what I would like.
Do you think that it is something that is lingering?
Yeah, of course.
In the back of your mind.
I would love to be able to let that go. That's what I would love.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that when you were able to let that go, and you have more social interaction, you will feel a lot better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I'm a sociable person. I know a lot of people have reached out, and I just don't reach out back. If it's not just the scheduling, it's just like you said, that dark feeling. It's hard to go back out into the world.
Can we replace the word depression with maybe something more manageable, like trust issues?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you feel that you have to hold on to the word depression, or
it could be anything,
or is it just a word that you just happen to latch on?
Yeah, that could be it. That's a good question. I never really thought about it. I know that when I wake up in the morning, it's been repeated that with or without the addiction, with or without the cigarettes or the drinking, I still wake up and I just feel empty. Like life has lost its meaning, And I don't know why I feel this way every morning.
And what would you have to do? Well, we all feel this way from time to time, so it's not like I just want you to know it's not a unique experience.
Yeah.
You're not alone in this experience. Sorry about the pun.
Yeah, I know, it's okay. It's good to let it out, absolutely.
And what do you think you have to do? You could just be like a fantasy thing, but in a perfect world, what do you think you would need to do to bring more meaning into your life?
What I would like to do is, I know I need a change in my life, and I know in order to better other people, you have to start with yourself. You can't have a perfect relationship with anybody until you're happy with yourself. And I've just, I don't know, maybe I'm not used to being alone this much. It's like 1 minute I'm friends with everybody and people love me, but then I just go back home and I just feel I don't know, I could disappear, no problem. And just and not that I'm, it's just the way it feels, and everybody, like you said, everybody feels this way, but I know lately it's been worse than ever. So it'd be good to find some clarity with that and to do what is necessary to do,
Well, first of all, we are just coming out of winter, so the lack of sunlight does something too.
That's true.
So I guess, maybe I know you're in the middle of changing something in your life as well. So allowing more sunlight into your life.
Yeah.
Just looking. I don't look into the sun, but more sun radiation, that wavelength into your eyes and everything has proven that it will alleviate a lot of the feeling that you have experiencing.
Yeah.
And we talk about the trust issues. And we're going to use hypnosis I think the breakthrough for today is more like we're able to replace the word depression with, a continual work on trusting people again.
Yeah.
And we're going to use hypnosis to help you alleviate some of the shadows of the past about trust and human beings and things like that. And this is off camera, but we know Katy is going through some changes in her lifestyle as well, and hopefully that will bring more social interaction into your life, and just the act of changing a lot in your daily routine is going to bring more energy to your life too. Sometimes we are become doormat about. You become complacent in our life, right? We walk home, we know exactly where the bed is, and then we jump into the bed, and then we sleep on it. And then, once you just moving the bed on the other side of the room is going to give you more energy,
Yeah.
So if everything works out perfectly tonight with hypnosis, how would you see your lifestyle, or how would you see your world change?
I definitely would look forward to, like you said, the sunlight and the new days, the new beginnings, and accepting them, and just waking up happy for once. I haven't really done that in a long time.
Okay.
And it's literally been eating at me. Like I don't even know what name to give it, but I wake up and I feel it eating away at my heart, and it hurts. So whatever that is, it's just not going away. You know.
And we have already talked, like, this is off camera conversation, but we know Katy is doing something about her life, and that's going to bring more energy and help you move towards, more of more social interaction, and it will help alleviate that loneliness that you're feeling, and we know this new place will be a lot more supportive, more of a social network to help you do more in life. They have more programs on the new place that we are looking at. We just are not allowed to say it yet on camera, but a lot of things are happening behind the scene that I know Katy is going to do well in.
Thank you.
So what we're about to do is hypnosis. I want you to just uncross your legs, please, and have your feet flat on the floor, heel on the floor. All right. So what we're about to do is hypnosis. You have already experienced it the last time. All right. So I want you to just focus on the motion of the pocket watch right here. Take a deep breath in. Whenever you're ready, you can let it out. Good. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. When I reach number 1, I want you to close your eyes and let your mind drift. But at any point before I reach number 1, your eyelids will become so heavy and so tired that you feel the need to close your eyes. You can do it before I reach the number 1. And as soon as I reach number 1, I want you to imagine yourself on a calm, quiet beach. You'll be able to feel the warm ray of the sun on your face and on your skin. And on that spot at the tip of your nose and every strand of your hair, you can feel the warm ray of the sun caresses against your skin. And you can even feel the warm wind of the ocean air, just a little bit moist against your skin. So count backwards from 10, 9, 8, so you can just feel a little bit more relaxed in your chair. And just feel yourself sinking further and further into the comfort of the chair right now. As if you're sinking through the chair into this beautiful world, this warm beach and the sand and the sun. You can feel the warm sand underneath your feet. And just every grain of sand against your toes, and the bottom of your toes, between your toes. You can even hear the sound of a seagull on top of your head, and children playing and running around, off into the distance. And you can hear the sound of the ocean waves, caresses against the shore. Wave after wave after wave. Good. And you have lost track of what number it was on. Maybe it was 5, 4, maybe it was 3, 2, relax, let go. That's right, your eyelids is getting so heavy now. 3, 2, relax, let go. Let go completely now. Completely sinking further and further into the chair. 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Let yourself go and sleep. Just relax. Let go and sleep. Good. Relax. Just relax your arm. That's right. Just relax. Just allow your joints to relax, your muscles relax, your bones to relax. Good. All the tension that you may have been holding on. And let go right now. Let go. Let go. Let go. That's right. Just let go. I see you're still holding on to some tension right here. It's okay. It's okay. And just let it go right now. Just let go. Loose, limp, and relax. Like a ragdoll, just hanging loose, limp, relax. Completely let go and sleep. Deeper and deeper down. More and more relaxed. Just let go. Let go. In the count of 3, I want you to open your eyes. You'll feel like wide awake, completely aware of your surroundings. As soon as you hear my voice, and only my voice is sleep down, you're going to close your eyes and drop 10 times deeper into hypnosis. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wide awake. How are you doing?
Good.
How long does it take you to get here from Providence?
About an hour.
An hour? Sleep down. Good. It's so good, isn't it? Good. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wide awake. So, which train did you take to come to Boston?
The NBTA.
MBTA, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long does it take? Like an hour?
About, yeah.
Or was there a lot of people on the train?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
a little bit.
Sleeping. Yeah. Let go completely. Let go. Let go. Let go. Relax. Relax. Let go. Relax. Go. And sleep even deeper now. Feeling so good. So calm. So wonderful. Now I want you to imagine all the negativity that you have been holding on about trusting people. In the past, you and I have talked about how there were times where things didn't work out. Things got a little dark. There are some issues that you have packaged and buried deep inside your unconscious mind. Some issues that you don't want to deal with. And when you have buried that inside your mind, that worked perfectly for the time being. It was a mechanism that you need to do to survive and handle that moment. And over time, those buried thoughts, emotions have become more and more of a weight for you. And we can both feel that in our conversation and in your daily life. I want you to use your unconscious mind to find those buried thoughts and emotions. And take this opportunity, just let them go right now. You don't have to carry that weight with you any longer. I want you to just feel this weight lifting from your shoulder right now. Right now. That's right. Just let it go. Let it go. You may not even know what it is. You may not be able to articulate. You may not be able to remember what it is. That's okay. Those are just fragments of thoughts and emotions. And you can just find them with your unconscious mind. Just let them go, right? It could just be a sensation that you have in your joints or somewhere that you have been holding on in your stomach or in your kidney or in your liver. You can just find those thoughts and fragments or emotions. You no longer need them anymore. At some point in the past, they may have served you for a good reason, but you no longer need them anymore. Just let them go and release them back into the universe. And when I touch your shoulder again, I want you to just find all those negativity and just release them right now. Release them back into the universe. And as you do so, you find your entire body becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. And in fact, you can feel this wave of light coming through from the top of your head and into every fiber of your muscles, to the tip of your fingers onto your toes. Just feel this light that goes through every fiber of your body, of trust, of light, finding yourself able to talk to people again, be yourself again, and allow your true friends into your life. And you'll find this wave of energy, this wave of light, this wave of sunlight just flowing through your entire body, on and on and on, long after this session is over. As I count from 1 to 10, you come back to this room feeling great, feeling a lot lighter, feeling a lot happier, feeling every fiber of your body filling up with joy and light and happiness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a deep breath in. 9. And whenever you're ready, you can come back to this room and open your eyes. 10. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Hopefully we can have Katy back in about a month or two and update us on her progress. This is Hypnotist Bernie. Join us next Monday on CCTV Channel 9, Cambridge. All right, so we are after the show here with Katy. And can you tell us how you're feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. It really was amazing how when I was sitting in the chair, it was almost like I forgot for a minute what was going on. It was pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
I definitely, yeah. It's like, like I'm standing up now, and it's just like it's rejuvenating and it's enlightening. And I feel like I've just let out all the pain and the sadness that was in me, and it just definitely helps. And I feel like this was for a reason for you to have me come back, because I needed that a lot. So
that's
thank
great.
you.
So how do you feel as you were going under hypnosis?
I felt like for a while I wasn't even here. Like, it was amazing. I heard the voice, but it was like it was going into a different part of my brain that I was like, wow, okay, this is touching something deep that needed to come out of me. It needed to be released. And now that it has, I feel like I've let out a huge part of the pain that was going on in my soul. Really, I feel like I just drained all of it out just now. I feel amazing. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And what else do you remember from the session?
I don't remember a lot, I'll be honest. Like it was like a trance. It was like I drifted off for a little bit. I mean, I definitely remembered some of it, but I honestly can't remember everything. It was like I was escaping for a while into a different world, and it brought me back into something better. Yeah.
As you are looking at the pocket watch, what kind of thoughts go through your mind?
I started just to doze off. I started to get tired. I felt like I was getting pulled into something different that I'm not used to getting into, and you know, like, I don't know, something about subconscious. I'm not really sure how to define it psychologically, but I definitely felt like I was going into a different wavelength that I needed to go into, and yeah, it definitely helped me to achieve something I've been trying to achieve, is to like just to really it's hard to really explain because like, I don't really remember everything. So it was pretty wild. Yeah, it was like I wasn't even here for a second. So I definitely felt like that. Do you remember
waking up and then going back into hypnosis?
A little bit. Yeah, I don't remember everything. Yeah, okay. It was pretty wild for me. I mean, I felt like there was something there, like helping me out along the way, but I definitely felt like it was transferring me into a different realm for a little bit that I needed to escape with and accept some things, and to come back to reality is I feel a lot more rejuvenated.
Compared to the last time you were here, compared to the last time you were hypnotized, how would you explain the differences between the two experiences?
I mean, I think I know we did this before, like you said. It's hard to really recall all the details because I don't entirely remember, but I know, like, you know, the stuff about being on the beach and acceptance and new relations was definitely the things that I can value the most from these experiences, was being able to accept a new world, and I definitely felt that. I felt like I was in a different type of trance, I should say. I don't want to say trance.
It's okay.
Just a better wavelength of thinking, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And would you recommend this experience for other people?
Oh, absolutely. Right. Yeah. I mean, it was so amazing. Like I literally, like it literally took me out of my body for a second. So it's hard for me to explain it, but I definitely feel rejuvenated. Absolutely.
That's great. So hopefully we can have you back in a few weeks or a month or two.
Yeah.
And tell us how you are doing.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, this is Katy, everybody.
Thank you.